Ladies and gentlemen, every time life drops you to your knees, you have a choice: stay down or rise, and in that choice lives your future. I'm not here to speak to you as someone who's always won. I'm here as someone who has failed, stumbled, and been told no more times than I can count. It still got back up. I failed again, and I will try again, and so will you. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is the blueprint. It's the raw material from which success is built. Too many people hear the word failure and hang their heads as if it's a life sentence. But failure is not defeat. It's feedback. It's the harsh but honest teacher that refuses to let you stay average. Thomas Edison didn't stop after the first broken filament, or the 100th, or the 1000th. He simply said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." He didn't fear the failures. He collected them. Each one brought him closer to the light. That's what failure does. It points you toward what needs to change. It chisels away at you until the masterpiece underneath begins to emerge. And yes, it hurts, but the pain is proof you're being shaped for something greater. Failure feels like a wall, but it's actually a stepping stone. Every time you trip over it, you have the chance to rise higher than before, the world's greatest. Success stories aren't made of smooth victories. They're built on rejection letters, closed doors, and moments of doubt. J.K. Rowling was turned away by 12 publishers before the world met Harry Potter. 12 people told her no. 12 times the door slammed. But she tried again and again and again. That's the real magic, not the spells in her books, but the spell of persistence. The courage to get back up when the world says stay down. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's standing up one more time than you fall. It's saying, "This will not define me. This will refine me." Rejection is not the end of the road. It's a detour to something better. Colonel Sanders was in his 60s with nothing but a fried chicken recipe and a dream. He knocked on over 1,000 doors. 1,000 people told him no, and yet he kept going until one yes turned into a global legacy. That's not luck. That's persistence. The willingness to keep knocking, even when your knuckles are bleeding. Every no you hear is the universe asking, "How bad do you want this?" If your answer is "I will try again," you're already closer to the finish line than most will ever be. If you let the world define success for you, you'll spend your life chasing shadows. Success is not the applause, the spotlight, or the title. True success is waking up every day and choosing to live aligned with your purpose, even when nobody's watching. It's holding your ground when others tell you you're dreaming too big. Oprah Winfrey was told she wasn't fit for television. She didn't shrink to fit their mold. She shattered it. She didn't seek their approval. She stood in her truth, and millions followed her voice because it was real. That's success, living your calling without compromise. Failure is a mirror. It shows you exactly who you are, the strengths you've forgotten, the flaws you've avoided, and in that reflection, you have two choices: turn away in denial, or face it with courage. Self-awareness is not easy. It demands humility. It demands that you say, "I messed up, and I'm ready to learn." That's not weakness, that's power, because the moment you stop running from your mistakes, you stop being their prisoner. Failure isn't the end, it's an invitation, and the RSVP is signed with your next attempt. Resilience, the muscle built in the fire. Resilience isn't something you're born with. It's earned rep by rep in the gym of life. Every setback is a weight on your shoulders. Every rejection is a tear in your muscle. But when you push back, you grow stronger. Real champions aren't made in victory. They're forged in the struggle no one sees, in the quiet hours when you doubt yourself, in the moments when quitting would be easier than breathing. That's where resilience is born, in the refusal to let the fire consume you. You're not meant to climb alone. We glorify the self-made story, but no one makes it alone. Even the strongest warriors fight alongside their brothers and sisters. The people who believe in you when you've stopped believing in yourself. They're not extras in your story. They're lifelines. If you have those people, cherish them. And be that person for someone else, because strength shared is strength multiplied. We dream about the mountaintop, but life is built in the small steps that lead there. Every day you say, "I'll try again," you win. When you get out of bed despite yesterday's weight, that's a win. When you choose hope instead of fear, that's a win. Celebrate them, because those steps, those tiny, daily victories, are the bricks that build the road to your destiny. The magic of again is a small word with unstoppable power. Again, says the story, isn't over. Again says the failure isn't final. Again redeems the pain and gives it purpose. Most victories don't come from doing it right the first time. They come from doing it wrong 100 times, and then one day, getting it right again is the heartbeat of greatness. It's the whisper that keeps you in the fight when your body and mind beg you to quit. The greatest achievements in history didn't come from perfection. They came from people who failed and then dared to try again. You are not your failures. You are the strength to rise after them. So when the world tells you no, when your dreams feel distant, when your heart is heavy and your hands are tired, stand tall. Speak with fire. Say it so the world hears you. I failed again, and I will try again. And that, my friends, is how legacies are made.